I'm here with Keith G. from the Children's Hunger Project in Brevard County. Now, that's the backpack program for Brevard County, and it's part of United Way. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Actually, we're a United Way agency, but we're an independent nonprofit organization. We raise money all year long to feed kids that are going hungry on the weekends. And so these kids that we serve are elementary school kids that are eligible for the National Free or Reduced Lunch Program. Here in Brevard County, that means they get breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday when they attend school. The problem is that lunch on Friday is oftentimes their last nutritious meal they get until they come back to school Monday morning. So 68 hours without proper nutrition, and you can kind of see what happens. These kids have behavioral outbursts, their test scores are low, their attendance is low, they get sick more often, it takes them longer to recover because they're hungry. And they need that nutritional foundation to help them grow and to help their brains grow. So what we do is we put together a packet of food, we deliver it to the schools, and the teachers that know which kids are coming to school hungry distribute the food to the students, and they just slip it in their backpack before they leave on Friday, so nobody really knows who's getting the food. And so the kid gets home on Friday afternoon, they have food to eat over the weekend so that when they come back to school Monday morning, they're ready to be successful. But we've basically grown exponentially since we were founded in 2010. Our numbers, we started feeding 27 kids at Riviera Elementary School down in Palm Bay. Now we're feeding 1,650 kids at 41 elementary schools all over the county. We have some technical advantages. We don't pay rent. We have a family here in town that owns the Hyundai dealerships. They donate our warehouse space to us.
Wow.
So we book it as a $5,000 monthly donation. That's $5,000 on food that we can spend because we don't have to worry about rent. So that is huge. All of our food is packed and delivered by volunteers. So we have almost no operating overhead. So we're able to feed more kids. And that's how we're able to get our numbers up is because Brevard County is so supportive of us. We're a United Way agency. The United Way supports us financially and with volunteers, and they have been awesome to work with. Brevard County is really fortunate to have the United Way. United Ways function pretty differently in different communities, and we're fortunate to have the United Way that we have. Jersey Mike's here donates over $30,000 a year to us to help us.
Wow.
And there are other companies, Health First. We have a 5K run this weekend. I know you want to talk about
you
that
were telling
later.
me about that.
Health First is our major sponsor for that, and honestly, without Health First, the event would not happen. So we have a lot of companies that support us, a lot of individuals that just every month send us $12.50, which equals $150 a year. That's what it costs us to feed a kid for the entire school year. So $12.50. They feel good. They're supporting a kid for the entire year, and we get to add another kid to our services.
Awesome. So tell me about your events. You were saying you do 2 events a year. What are those?
Sure.
How do they work?
So this Saturday we have our Health First Fight Child Hunger 5K, the longest title in the world. But it's a 5K event. It's a family-friendly walk, run. There's a lot of serious runners that will come out and run the 5K in less than 15 minutes.
Wow.
And there's we have a 65-year-old visually handicapped guy that's going to walk it this year that, I don't know how fast he'll go, but and this event is pretty unique because it's a joint fundraiser for the Children's Hunger Project and the Sharing Center of Central Brevard. All of the money that we raise through this event is used to feed hungry kids in Brevard counties through the Sharing Center and through the Children's Hunger Project. And last year was the first year for this event, and we had over 450 runners come out, and they supported us at a great level. So we're hoping to take that up another level, maybe to 500 or 600 runners this year. It's at Viera High School. The race starts at 8:00 a.m. on Saturday. Because of the Lions Clubs in Brevard County and Cheney Brothers and Cisco Food Distributors, we have a free pancake breakfast with bacon and sausage and all the fixings afterwards for everybody that comes out and participates. We have live music there. We have awards. It's a great time. And again, all the money we raise helps feed hungry kids here in Brevard County. It's a cheap run too. It's $25. which is cheaper than most 5Ks. You get a free pancake breakfast, you get the t-shirt, the swag bag. There's tons of stuff there, so it's a great event.
Awesome. So if you're not a runner and you're looking to do, what are the other events you put on?
Sure. The other event that we do each year is our golf tournament, and it's April 28th this year, Saturday, April 28th. It's at Durand Golf Club. Durand has been great to work with. I think this is our 5th year there. This is typically our biggest fundraiser of the year, the golf tournament. We're limited to 144 golfers, which is a full field, but we typically sell out, and we have a lot of great corporate sponsors. We have a lunch after the tournament. We do a live auction and raffles, and it's a lot of fun, and we raise a lot of money to help feed kids.
Awesome. So you mentioned you could be an individual sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Your company can sponsor. You can be involved in the events. Is there any other things that you guys are doing year round? You also were telling me earlier how companies will just hold events for you and in your benefit. Can you tell me a little bit about that and how that happens?
Sure. It happens in every way, shape, and form that you can imagine. The other thing I didn't mention is come out and volunteer. Come out on a Thursday evening to our office in Cocoa and pack food for us. It's remarkable. I mean, it really has an impact on your life. Bring your kids as long as they're 7 or above. We've got jobs that are actually specifically designed for kids to do that night. You'll have a blast. Other companies or people will just call us and say, hey, I saw your mission. It's a simple mission, and we want to help feed kids too. How can we do that? So they'll, sometimes they'll just do like a blue jean day at work where everybody can wear blue jeans and pay $5, and they take a collection and give it to us. That's awesome. Sometimes they do a food drive and collect food for us. Sometimes they do big events, like I mentioned Jersey Mike's. The last Wednesday in March, all 7 Jersey Mike's locations in Brevard County give 100% of their sales that day to the Children's Hunger Project.
Wow.
Last year it was over $36,000 they raised in one day, just because. And it's every dime that goes into the register comes to us, so they don't take a cut. They don't pay their staff through that. It's 100% of the proceeds. So companies can certainly do that. That's a huge project for them. I mean, it's just amazing, and they've done it for several years now, and every year they have a new store, so the money gets bigger and better. So
that's very generous.
But and some companies, Ellington AC is they have a return policy where when they put in a new AC unit, they take the old AC unit out, and all the copper they can recycle. Well, all of the money that they get from that, they donate to the Children's Hunger Project. Wow. It's about $250 a month, so they're feeding a kid and some a year for each month that they do that, and they've been doing that for several months, and that's awesome. There's so many other companies and projects, a lot of service clubs, Rotary clubs, and women's clubs that raise money for us. They have their established fundraiser, and this year they want to give the money to the Children's Hunger Project, and that's awesome. And we've had kids that have just done like school projects where they raise money and donate it to the Children's Hunger Project as well. So it all helps.
And what is your involvement? You mentioned you're an agency of the United Way. Do you guys partner up on anything else, or what can people know about that in Brevard County?
Well, we work closely with our United Way agency. We've had United Way agency events at our office. I fully support the United Way. I go out usually in the fall and speak to companies about supporting our United Way as an agency recipient. I want people to support our United Way in this county because it makes the county better. Yeah. Whether the money comes to the Children's Hunger Project or the Women's Center or the Salvation Army, it's all making the community better. So I do that. Honestly, whenever United Way wants to partner with us, I'm all good and ready. We've done the last 2 years in a row. Harris Corporation has done a huge packing event for us, where they buy and pack like 30,000 meals for us in one day.
Wow.
And it's done through the United Way. They coordinate everything, so we don't have to worry about the logistics and stuff. But it's awesome because that's like 3 months worth of food for us that they pack in one day.
Wow. and that's a big project in itself, just packing the food.
Yeah, but you get 300 engineers in the same room at the same time, and
They find an efficient way to get it done.
yeah, they're like redesigning our packet, and but it's awesome.
Cool. Well, Keith, I appreciate it, and I think you're gonna have a big showing this Saturday.
Thank you.
And hopefully I can make it out there too with my wife and my kids, and we're getting the word out, and then we'll see you at the April event as well.
Come on
Thank you,
out.
Keith.
Thanks.